Hey, Coach, you seen anything different from Jarquez and Monteric that you haven't seen last year?
Yeah, both of just their leadership, and with both of those guys, they started, took all the one reps all the way through spring football, and we really saw their leadership come up, and we mentioned it a minute ago, just their technique and fundamentals. That's something that as we've had our exit interviews with all of our guys, when spring ball was over, we bring them in and talk and discuss about spring ball and what we want to achieve in the summer. Both of those guys emphasized the fact that we spent so much time on technique and fundamentals that they both got more comfortable with what they were doing and with what's asked of them to do, and that now they're able to share that knowledge with some of our younger players and then go out and feel more comfortable as they perform during training camp now and then in the season.
What advantage is it for spring to have Greg Brooks and Devin Bush there already?
It was a huge advantage. I think that any time that you can get them there early is a great advantage to them. I think that they get to adjust to the college life better, and I think that's the biggest part. Guys, we know that they can play. I mean, they have great ability, but sometimes they can get there in the college life and the schedule that they're now on and waking up and working out and here and there and meetings and study hall and class, it can get overwhelming to some of them. And that's what usually allows for some more transition time for guys that come in the summer. But guys that come in the spring and they're there in January, they've gone through that and they've been through that. So they're well adjusted to that and how things are going to be, which I think leads to an opportunity for them to get on the field even sooner.
A lot of young guys. Does it feel like there's a lot of competition going on right now? And is it good competition?
It's great competition, and competition makes the best of all of us. And anytime that you're not comfortable with where you are in your position, knowing that somebody is right there around competing, it makes everyone better. So I think we have a great sense of competition throughout the program, not only in the defensive backs but across the team. And that just makes everyone's awareness just a little bit higher. So it's a great thing.
I'm sorry if you've already been asked that, but is there like one specific leader that's kind of stood out to you, maybe this offseason?
With the defensive guys, Cam Curl has really kind of grabbed that leadership role with the defensive back. So he's got the respect of all of his teammates, and he's been through this now for 2 years. So he's really grabbed that leadership role within our defensive back group and done a great job, and the guys are really relying on him and leaning on him. Jarquez is the same way. He's become more of a vocal leader this offseason. So really those two guys are kind of the nucleus of the leadership with the DBs.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, well, out there he's really not. I mean, he really is. I mean, that sometimes when you get guys into their comfort zone and their element, out there that is his comfort zone. So he is more vocal. He's more vocal in the team room. Of course, with Ryan last year, Ryan kind of had that with the corners, and Jarquez, was kind of in a follower role there. And now, as soon as that transition happened, he really grasped it immediately. And he seems very comfortable. And you can tell some guys when they seem like a fish out of water in it, he seems comfortable in that leadership role and being more vocal within the room.
Good pass rush can really take pressure off your guys, and it was so close so many times last year, but close doesn't cut it because that's when you usually get burned.
That's
I mean,
right.
do you see it better this year?
Absolutely. We kind of joke as I get defensive backs on campus and we're recruiting them. I always like to make sure that we point out those defensive linemen that are around there because they certainly do make us better cover guys when they can affect the quarterback like that. We saw that with a lot of our young guys this spring, and we're going to rely on them to get after an effective quarterback, those speed guys off the edge, and then moving even some of them inside to get the right matchups that we're looking for. But certainly when you got a better pass rush, and you don't have to necessarily get home and sack the quarterback, but if you can affect him and get him off of his path and get him off of his target, then you've won. So we certainly saw that this spring. We need more of that in training camp this season.
Jarquez and Monteric, they're kind of both different play styles. Do that complement each other well on the field?
They really do. Monteric's a little longer. Okay, he's his arms are really long. They're both. Monteric's a little bit taller, but his arms are so much longer, so he plays more like a 6'3" guy out there. But they really do a good job of interacting back and forth and being able to communicate. That's one thing I look for when they come off to the side. Those two guys are right there together, conversing on things that they saw, things that were happening out on the field, making sure they were on the same page with what we were doing, which is really good. So I think they complement each other really well. We played them both on the right side and the left side during the spring, and we'll continue to do that during training camp to get them comfortable on both sides of the field.
Any freshmen pushing them at all, or? Like you said, there's great competition, but there ain't freshmen really pushing them.
Well, of course, Devin Bush came in here, and he was here during the spring and ran with the twos all spring long, so he certainly is. And Devin's right there. He was learning the system and kind of things that we needed him to do. And as he got more comfortable in that, you can see him, and he will. He will push them as well. We're working Malik Chavis at corner right now. We've got him working with the corner group, and his skill set and his speed are really going to allow himself to be good right there once he gets his feet underneath himself as well. So we're going to see some of those young guys, yeah, definitely push the older guys. You bet.